Nope. I'm high. How about I wash off the grapes?
Yes.
Okay.
You're already making good decisions when you're high.
I want tacos. Will you drive? I'm a little toasty.
Nope. I'm high. Let's order in.
Don't make an exception when it comes to driving. If you feel different, you drive different.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be tornado next Thursday?
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day.
I have no time for this.
So,
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Good evening and welcome to Eagle Eye News at 6.
Eagle Eye has done a great job.
And welcome to Eagle Eye News at 6.
We are just having a great time here in Auburn, Alabama. The party is not over yet.
Eagle Eye TV, Auburn's news leader.
Good evening and welcome to Eagle Eye News at 6. I'm Allison Thomas.
And I'm Gavin Dimmitt. Thank you for joining us. Coming up tonight, local news from around the plains, sunny weather, and political updates as the world erupts in conflict with Eye on the Hill.
We'll follow it up with national entertainment and business news from a chaotic weekend. Thank you for joining us. The U.S. is now in an ongoing conflict with Iran. On Saturday, February 28th, the United States carried out Operation Epic on Iran with a series of missile strikes after weeks of military buildup and threats with the Iranian government. President Trump said these strikes are to prevent Iran from making nuclear weapons and eliminate threats targeted towards American citizens. The United States holds that the operation was a preemptive attack. Here is what Secretary of State Marco Rubio has to say.
There absolutely was an imminent threat, and the imminent threat was that we knew that if Iran was attacked, and we believed they would be attacked, that they would immediately come after us. And we were not going to sit there and absorb a blow before we responded, because the Department of War assessed that if we did that, if we waited for them to hit us first after they were attacked, and by someone else, Israel attacked them, they hit us first, and we waited for them to hit us, we would suffer more casualties and more deaths. We went proactively in a defensive way to prevent them from inflicting higher damage.
We have a complex new update on the Opelika arson case. A Lee County District Court deposition alleges a $6,000 payment was made to carry out 2 daycare fires. The court filing alleges surveillance footage showed 2 subjects exiting a red Toyota Camry, walking toward the daycare carrying items consistent with incendiary devices, and fleeing minutes later. The Camry is registered to the mother of Michael Leon Green Jr. Cell tower records and FBI cast analysis reportedly placed Green and Brundage in the immediate area during the time frame of the fire. After his arrest, Johnson shared a statement on social media calling it a, quote, difficult moment and asking District 82 voters to continue evaluating his record as a candidate for the Alabama House.
In one of many good volunteer events in Lee County, the Opelika Sportsplex held a large fundraiser. Last Saturday, the Opelika Sportsplex hosted the Empty Bowls fundraiser, an initiative that brings together community members to address food insecurity throughout creative action. The Opelika Auburn fundraiser, launched in 2014, supports the Food Bank of East Alabama. Since its founding, the event has raised nearly $100,000, demonstrating how collaboration can make an impact in the fight against hunger. When we come back, you'll get a weather update from Eagle Eye's Michael Brandis. You're watching Eagle Eye News at 6.
Touchdown! Did you see that? Whoa, we scored? Yeah, we scored. We're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Wait, why does my face look like that?
When I was growing up, my mom was extremely tidy. We were trained to put things back where we got them from. One day, when I walked into my mom's house, I felt like I walked to someone else's house. There was stuff everywhere. And just growing up the way I grew up and to see this transition was very alarming.
When Sean talked to me, it was a wake-up call, and that's when I went to the doctor.
Put the keys down, Kevin. But I'm gonna drive home. There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
I've taken 25 selfies in the last 10 minutes.
26.
Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
Hi, I'm Michael Brandos. Welcome to Eagle Eye News at 6. Here is our weather outlook for this week on the plains. This Monday, we will begin a comfortable 75 degrees, and as the week progresses, temperatures will continue to rise to a peak of about 83 degrees. Overcast is largely predicted throughout the week, but no rain is expected up till Friday. By this weekend, temperatures will continue to be warm. However, light showers are likely, so be sure to bring yourself a raincoat. When we come back, our very own Jalen Walker will have your political report for this evening. So don't go anywhere. War Eagle.
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread and kissed them all soundly.
Lights out. Good night.
And put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
I was living in a shelter juggling 3 jobs. I had to be resilient. That's something that you can't teach.
You can achieve a lot using your imagination. I mean, I don't like to brag, but... Wait, who's that? And why is she all over these achievement awards? But with STEM, the sky's the limit. Shaboom! Use STEM to envision. Okay, I'm seeing it. Yeah. Invent.
Got any ideas?
I've got a few, actually. And create a better world. Told you she's super smart. If she can STEM, so can you. Find out more at She Can STEM.
This weekend has brought changes at home and abroad. I'm Jalen Walker with Eye on the Hill to get you caught up. The world woke up to a shocking development early Saturday morning as President Trump ordered strikes into Iran in Operation Epic Fury. Coordinated with Israel, this operation killed Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, and has the world and the Middle East on edge. This operation led to the deaths of 6 U.S. servicemen. The strikes come as talks between the U.S. and Iran over their nuclear weapons program stalled in recent weeks, leading Trump to make a move on the country. Here's what President Trump said yesterday in remarks.
For almost 50 years, these wicked extremists have been attacking the United States while chanting the slogan, "Death to America," or "Death to Israel," or both. They are the world's #1 state sponsor of terror. We are the world's greatest and most powerful nation, so we can do something about what they do. These intolerable threats will not continue any longer. I once again urge the Revolutionary Guard, the Iranian military, police, to lay down your arms and receive full immunity or face certain death. It will be certain death. Won't be pretty. I call upon all Iranian patriots who yearn for freedom to seize this moment, to be brave, be bold, be heroic, and take back your country. America is with you. I made a promise to you, and I fulfilled that promise. The rest will be up to you, but we'll be there to help. Thank you. God bless you to our incredible warriors, and God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
The aftermath of the strike has driven backlash from Democrats and some fellow Republicans. Listen to Democratic Senator Chris Coons speak on the strike.
Yes, I can understand the president taking a bold gamble, but I disagree with this gamble at this moment. because I do think, according to the Omani foreign minister, that the Iranian regime, the weakest it's been in years, was actually making real concessions. And I did support the JCPOA, the agreement negotiated under Obama that got inspectors into every aspect of Iran's nuclear enrichment program. I think it was possible to achieve, through diplomacy and intense pressure aligned with our allies, to get Iran to finally stop its support for terrorism in the region, to rein in its ballistic missile program, and to stop its nuclear enrichment program. I at least think that should have been given more of a chance before we launched a broad spectrum war.
After the strikes in Iran, many are asking what's next for Iran. Iran will be led by an interim council until a new supreme leader is chosen. While Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has said that this is not a, quote, regime change war, the interim Iranian regime has said that it will use, quote, crushing force to retaliate against America and Israel. Here's what CNN Global Affairs analyst Kim Dozier had to say about the future of Iran.
Intelligence analysts in various capitals have said that the most likely scenario is that the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, the crack troops and the most organized, well-funded forces within Iran are the most likely to step in and take power in some authoritarian way and put some sort of puppet Ayatollah regime in power as the face and to fight onward. If the Iranian people do rise up, and I've spoken to Iranians here who they want this strike to lead to some sort of revolution, but whoever takes power is going to have to fight the remnants of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps and any of the supporters of the previous Ayatollah. And let's remember, Ayatollah Khamenei isn't just a state figurehead, he's also a religious leader of the Shiite faith. And he might not have a whole bunch of fans in Iran right now, but if the Americans and Israelis together are blamed for killing him, that could change things.
President Trump has said war with Iran should only last 4 or 5 weeks. Starting Tuesday, voters will head back to the polls in Arkansas, North Carolina, and Texas for primary elections. All eyes will be on the Lone Star State as both the GOP and Democratic primaries for U.S. Senate will be unfolding. Incumbent Senator John Cornyn is in the fight of his political career as Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton and U.S. House Representative Wesley Hunt are battling for the GOP nomination. A runoff is likely. And for the Democrats, House Representative Jasmine Crockett and Texas State House Rep James Talarico will vie for the nomination in what's expected to be a close race. Primary elections will continue throughout the summer in anticipation for the midterms in November. Looking local, changes could be coming to the way you vote in primary elections in Alabama. Gubernatorial candidate Tommy Tuberville has said that he wants the Alabama legislature to pass legislation to close Alabama's primary election. Currently, Alabamians don't have to declare a political party when you register to vote, and any Alabamians can vote in either party primary, but they cannot cross over for runoff elections. Tuberville has said many bills are in the works in the legislature to close the primaries. Any changes to the system would not affect this May's primary election. When we come back, you'll be back at the desk with the National News Update. With Eye on the Hill, I'm Jalen Walker. Eagle Eye News at 6 will be right back. Don't go in.
Yeah! Sam, Elmo! Oh, hey, Julia. Are you ready to play band with us? I'm going to play my clarinet. And Elmo's going to play his drum. Drum loud. Oh, well, you know what to do, Julia. Julia knows. Mm-hmm. With Julia's autism, loud sounds can be too much. But she still loves to make music. Play band.
Early screening for autism can make a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But I'm gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
My text to emoji ratio has gotten a little out of hand.
A little?
Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
Yo, Scott.
Hey.
I'm heading out, man. You want to ride?
No, I got my car, but I actually really need to go to the bathroom.
Oh, you know what? I was just in there. The line is like 10 people long.
You know, I think I'll just...
Dude, are you okay?
You wouldn't believe what I was just thinking. I am definitely buzzed.
Yeah.
I think I will take this and I will take that ride home.
Smart man.
Did you see how that dog was looking at me?
Welcome back to Eagle Eye News at 6. The advisor to Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps warned that vessels passing through the Strait of Hormuz would be targeted. The Strait of Hormuz, a narrow waterway off Iran's southern coast, is the main route for shipping crude from oil-rich countries such as Saudi Arabia and Kuwait to the rest of the world. The strait is closed, and anyone who wishes to pass, our heroes in the IRGC Naval Force and the Army will set those ships on fire. Don't come to this region, General Abraham Jabari said in comments broadcast on Iran's state broadcaster IRIB. We will not allow oil to be exported from this region until they feel the pressure of being in a hard place, he added. Even before the advisor's comments, traffic through the waterway had effectively stopped due to safety concerns, and after oil tankers in the region came under attack over the weekend.
The GOP released the Clinton deposition on their connection to Jeffrey Epstein. House Oversight Committee Republicans have released videos of former President Bill Clinton and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton over the Epstein files. The Clintons denied knowledge of having knowledge of Epstein's crimes and doing anything wrong. Although neither of the Clintons were accused of wrongdoings, Epstein records have shown Bill Clinton with Jeffrey Epstein on multiple occasions, including with him on Epstein's plane around 16 times. The Clintons have been fighting the Republicans' subpoenas, but former President Bill Clinton overall agreed to testifying because, quote, America was built on the idea that no person is above the law, even presidents, especially presidents, end quote.
The U.S. and Israel's war with Iran has entered day 3 today. Israel has vowed more strikes on Lebanon as Jerusalem trades blows with Hezbollah. The terror group said it attacked an Israeli base in response to the killing of Iran's supreme leader. The waves of violence have disrupted travel, shaken metropolitan areas, and resulted in the deaths of civilians and U.S. service members. Leigh Waldman reports from Washington, D.C.
In a rare briefing from the Pentagon Monday morning, U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth.
This is not a so-called regime change war, but the regime sure did change, and the world is better off for it.
In his first remarks since the U.S. and Israel launched Operation Epic Fury, a massive and coordinated missile attack on Iran. Secretary Hegseth claiming Iran has carried out attacks for decades in a one-sided war against America.
We didn't start this war, but under President Trump, we are finishing it.
Iran's national security chief posting on X that, quote, Iran did not start this war, and warning the country, quote, unlike the United States, has prepared itself for a long war. A war that has already seen several hundred people killed in Iran, according to the Red Crescent Society. 3 U.S. fighter jets were shot down by Kuwait in an apparent friendly fire incident, the U.S. says, and 4 U.S. troops based in Kuwait killed in Iran's response.
Sadly, there will likely be more.
The chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Dan Kane, cautioning the U.S. war against Iran will not consist of a single overnight operation and delivering a clear message to anyone who might threaten the U.S.
Understand clearly, we can reach you, we can sustain the fight, and we can scale the fight, and we will prevail.
With the Iranian supreme leader dead, questions remain as to who will lead the country. In Washington, D.C., I'm Leigh Waldman.
When we return, you'll get an entertainment update with Eagle Eye's Ava Bradbury. You're watching Eagle Eye News at 6.
We need to go meet the guys. I'm lit. Can you drive?
Pool party at Jesse's. Can you drive? Will you drive? I'm a little toasty.
Nope.
Nope, I'm high. But I can order us a ride.
Okay.
Friendly reminder, don't drive high. If you feel different, you drive different.
Pool party at Jesse's. Can you drive? I'm toasted.
Nope, I'm high. But I can order us a ride.
Okay.
Friendly reminder, don't drive high. If you feel different, you drive different.
Or that the projections would be blood.
Next Thursday?
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency.
Welcome back to Eagle Eye News at 6. I'm Ava Bradbury, here to update you on the top entertainment stories of the week. Spider-Man co-stars Tom Holland and Zendaya are now married, according to the actress's stylist. Law Roach says the 29-year-old Hollywood elites wed in secret. Rumors began swirling after Zendaya was spotted with what appeared to be a gold wedding band last month. It seems to have taken the place of a diamond ring, which she wore to the Golden Globes in 2025. Zendaya, who stars in Euphoria and Dune Part 2, and Tom Holland, who portrays Peter Parker in the Spider-Man franchise, did not immediately respond to requests for comment. The music industry is mourning the loss of Neil Sedaka. Legendary singer-songwriter Neil Sedaka died Friday, according to a statement from his family released to People magazine. The Brooklyn native took to the piano at an early age and became part of Juilliard's children's prep program. During the 1950s and 1960s, Sedaka released several hits including Oh Carol, Calendar Girl, and Happy Birthday, Sweet 16. Sedaka released more than 24 studio albums in his career and was inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame in 1983. Sedaka was 86 years old. SAG-AFTRA, the Screen Actors Guild, changed the name after its awards this year to the Actor Awards, putting the focus on actors honoring actors. David Daniel has the highlights from this year's award show.
This year, the show got a little bit of a facelift. Like many people in this room can understand, we nipped the SAG.
SAG-AFTRA's annual awards had a new name, but a familiar host in Kristen Bell and familiar gratitude for winners honored by their peers.
I love being an actor. I love actors. Working with you, playing with you, and when necessary, marching alongside of you has been the greatest joy of my life.
Honoree Noah Wiley returned to the stage with the cast of The Pit to accept the award for Best TV Drama Ensemble. Seth Rogen topped that, taking the podium 3 times as the studio won Best TV Comedy Ensemble, and he accepted individual honors for himself and the late Catherine O'Hara.
She really showed that you can be a genius and be kind, and one of those things does not have to come at the expense of the other.
Harrison Ford received a Life Achievement Award.
Thank you to SAG-AFTRA for honoring me with this prize. This is very encouraging.
I wasn't expecting this, but it does really mean a lot to me from my peers.
Film honorees included Amy Madigan for Weapons.
To work with my heart in my hand and stand beside my brilliant, daring friends who show me their heart. I mean, what a way to spend a life. Thank you.
Jessie Buckley for Hamnet.
This ride has been unbelievable, so thank you for welcoming me in and making me feel seen.
And Michael B. Jordan, who retook the stage with his Sinners cast to accept Best Motion Picture Ensemble.
From the bottom of our hearts to the bottom of your hearts, thank you so much. Thank you so much for everything.
In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Other winners included Kerry Russell for The Diplomat, Michelle Williams for Dying for Sex, and Sean Penn for One Battle After Another. And that is all I have for you tonight. When we come back, you'll get a business/consumer update from Allison and Gavin. I'm Ava Bradbury, and you're watching Eagle Eye News at 6. We'll be right back.
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread and kissed them all soundly.
Lights out. Good night.
And put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
I was living in a shelter, juggling 3 jobs. I had to be resilient. That's something that you can't teach.
You can achieve a lot using your imagination. I mean, I don't like to brag, but wait, who's that? And why is she all over these achievement awards? But with STEM, the sky's the limit. Shaboom! Use STEM to envision. Okay, I'm seeing it. Yeah. Invent.
Got any ideas?
I've got a few, actually. And create a better world.
Told you she's super smart.
If she can STEM, so can you. Find out more at She Can STEM.
To Eagle Eye News at 6, I'm Gavin Dimmitt. The U.S. and Israeli strikes on Iran are expected to have an impact on oil prices. And oil futures surged in the first trade since the attacks began over the weekend. U.S. crude rose about $8 a barrel, or 12%, to around $75 a barrel. Brent crude, the international benchmark, jumped more than 12% to about $82 a barrel. And stock futures fell sharply, with the Dow, S&P 500, and the Nasdaq down about 1%. Analysts say gas prices could rise more than 25 cents a gallon because of the Mideast conflict. As of today, U.S. average retail gasoline prices have topped $3 per gallon as Tehran's retaliation has hit production facilities in neighboring countries and ships in the Strait of Hormuz. That's according to an OPIS live database. Brent crude oil has risen more than 5% to nearly $77 a barrel.
With a more domestic perspective, Elon Musk is back in court, this time over his tumultuous takeover of Twitter, now X. The trial kicked off Monday in a San Francisco federal court. The case centers around statements made by Musk in May of 2022, when Musk said his deal to buy Twitter was temporarily on hold over concerns about spam accounts. Twitter shares fell sharply after these posts and remained volatile for months. Plaintiffs argue Musk publicly attacked the company in a strategy to drive down its market value, so he could potentially acquire Twitter for less than his original offer. Musk denies wrongdoing and says his statements were true at the time. The investors have not said how much they are seeking in damages.
Ending tonight, a new entertainment merger is underway. This time, it's two streaming services. Paramount Plus and HBO Max will form a single streaming platform after Paramount's merger with Warner Bros. Discovery. Paramount CEO David Ellison announced the plan during an investor call Monday. Ellison did not reveal a name or pricing for the streamer, saying the combination would take place over the coming years. The merger must still be approved by regulations, which will take place at least over the next several months. When two companies like these merge, shareholders can expect some volatility between the two institutions as they expand into more markets and change competition.
But for more Auburn news, head over to our website, eagleeyeauburn.com, and check out our social media pages. I'm Allison Thomas.
And I'm Gavin Dimmitt. Thank you for watching, and War Eagle!